Hey everyone, this is Jennifer Rose with Happy Together Tarot and Basic Butch Tarot, and I'm here with my lovely spouse, wife, partner, Melanie Rose.
Hello everyone, Melanie Rose here, your old girl from Old Girl Daily Aspects right here on YouTube. Go check out your daily astrology forecast.
Yes.
We're here today to follow up on our reading we did the other day in regards to our Russia and Ukraine conflict that the whole world is paying attention to.
Yes, the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Now, we had already consulted the cards the other day, and here are the cards that we drew from, what was it, a week ahead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this card, do you want to tell about that card?
The Three of Cups was it came out as our significator in that read, and Three of Cups is really sort of like a celebration or a collaboration among peers. So I think that's what we're hoping for and what we're looking for, definitely.
Right. So that was our significator for for the first read for the Ukraine-Russia conflict. And then this ended up being, because we released that on Monday, this ended up being Tuesday's card and what we thought would be happening with this conflict there at the border.
Right. And this card shows some initiative, also some acceleration, and a sort of really like, let's get in there and do this attitude. Which seems to have come up among the allies at this time. You know, it's not just the United States that's moving to send supplies and support, but also other NATO allies.
Yes. So what happened on Tuesday was in response to, I think Biden had a talk with some of the main leaders, and he said that they were unanimous, that they were all together on this. And then NATO allies put in some more, I think, ships. I mean, they just started helping some of those countries there on the border with some military aid of whatever sort.
They're calling it lethal aid, and we're rolling a lot of lethal aid right now up to the border of Russia, or as close as we can get. There are a lot of Middle European countries there that sort of border Russia, and for better or worse, they create a buffer zone or a borderland between Russia and Europe. And unfortunately, we've just always seemed to feel like we need that for one reason or another.
Right.
So
the card does correspond with what happened in the daily events on Tuesday. As far as this Russian conflict at the border is concerned. Excuse us while we hunt for whatever phone it is that is ringing. And then this next card is Wednesday's card. And today, right now, is Wednesday, January 26th I'm going to check the time. At 1:19 p.m. Central Standard Time. So it's 1:19 p.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday, and we had just looked in on some trusted news and found the White House was talking about, so the Magician card. Mel, you want to tell us about what the Magician card signifies here?
Magician card is the second one in the deck. It is the major arcana card that indicates how you have all the power and tools at your disposal to create whatever you want for yourself and your environment. The magician has all of the tools. They hold a wand in their hand up to the sky, and a finger they point down below. So as above, so below, and so make it be. Like, that's power.
Yes. So right before we started talking about this again here with you, we found that the United States and NATO has presented Vladimir Putin in Moscow some of some concessions, a correspondence surrounding, like, hey, we don't want to do this war thing, so we'll do these things for you. And I think this is a precursor to possible sanctions that might happen. Our federal government, the United States government, says that NATO sent the same thing, probably a mirror image, and maybe with a couple of extra, a couple of extra little bonus something in their contracts to try to avoid war. So that's where we're at. And that would be, utilizing resources the best of your power, I would think. And it's Wednesday. So now it is still early on Wednesday, and I understand that, anything could happen. So we decided that since we went ahead and we used these cards, and I want to keep the significator card up here, because this is what we want. We want a collaboration. We want some democracy. We don't want war.
Yeah.
Right?
We want our allyship.
Democracy now.
We want our allyship with other countries to bear fruit in our struggle not to let Russia expand in an aggressive way.
Right. So we thought we would just do a quick yesterday, today, and tomorrow read. Just to touch base and check in. We did do that read with those cards a couple of days ago, and the energy has changed and is ever changing. And so we thought we would just kind of check in.
Catch it up a little bit. Right.
So if you want to continue following us, will you cut that for me? Please like our video and hit that bell so you can know when we're going to release more videos, or when more videos are released, and subscribe so you could follow where we may go. All right, so
where do we go now?
Where do we go? It's hard to get things on here like that straight. All right, so yesterday. Do you want me to yesterday, today, tomorrow? Lay them out already. That's what I think too. All right. Yesterday, today, tomorrow. All right. So yesterday. Oh, the 5 of Wands.
Yeah, some sort of spirited fracas here. It's always pointed out to me that everybody in this picture is hitting above the belt.
Yes.
So it's more of a spirited debate at this time than it is an actual fight. But obviously everybody's armed and everybody's right there.
Woohoo! Yes. And so yesterday, so that would be Tuesday. January 25th, right? And so something that I found myself doing is I got a little caught up in, I watched 4 or 5 different news snippets, and I got caught up in the idea that Russia is saying, like, well, this is a normal amount of troops that we have. And the Ukrainian president is just like, yeah, that's not enough troops to start a war. And Russia's like, well, it's because NATO and the United States are doing all this stuff that we're amassing more things at our border. And
so
that seemed like, it seemed like a little bit more of some fighting above the belt right now, and then creating a little bit of pulling a little bit of wool over our eyes. We were surprised to hear, after NATO had already started moving people in, NATO allied countries had already started moving stuff in, and we had sent aid and started talking about putting soldiers in there. It was surprising and interesting to hear Ukraine go, whoa, hey, everybody is taking this way too seriously. You guys are moving too fast to take your diplomats out of Ukraine. So it's funny. It's obvious to me that we're being sort of provoked into provoking someone, right? We're sort of being provoked into giving this aggressor a reason to actually open fire. Right. Oh gosh. So yesterday's card, I think, is still right on the money. What about today's card? Oh, well, I actually had that experience happen. Just an opportunity.
We made an offer, didn't we?
Oh, we sure did make an offer.
NATO put in an offer.
Oh my goodness.
With Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, I'm sure it had to do with money. They're always about the betterment of the country, and if you take this from us, we assure you, it's kind of like a sneaky car salesperson.
Yeah.
Right. So offers were delivered to Moscow today, and so we wait.
Right.
All right.
And it's an opportunity to move out of your comfort zone and into a less comfortable place. Well, Honestly, I think that Vladimir Putin's comfort zone is a little bit in the aggressive stance right now. So,
Right, right. Okay, so I mean, hey, the cards are really
hopefully just giving him reasons to not keep doing that.
Right. And then so what tomorrow? Here's tomorrow card.
Oh, the magician.
Wow, the
again.
magician again.
So another display of power.
Yep, maybe some more. See, so that might be sanctions. You know,
Right.
like if we're gonna equate the magician with, you know, what happened today with NATO and the United States presenting that paperwork, then maybe we're gonna get an answer, and then we give them some sanctions.
Right, because you know the flip side of this offer that we sent, you know, this sort of desire to reconcile this and solve it without having to come to blows. The flip side is that we've been warning that we have the power to bring down sanctions, and it will be very uncomfortable for Putin himself and in his personal life. And they keep using the word personal sanctions, and I think what they mean to say is that they don't want to punish the Russian people for Putin's actions. But, you know, if Putin remains aggressive here, then the Russian people are going to suffer too. So there's a lot of power in our hands right now. To restrict things for him, to make things uncomfortable for him, and hopefully he just doesn't like being uncomfortable.
Right. I'm trying to think if I feel led to draw another card on that magician or on that motion, because that's an offer. I wonder if what to think about the offer, or just leave it.
I think I would sooner draw one on the magician.
Magician, yeah.
Just like
that was my first thought. Page of Wands.
Page of Wands.
So,
passion, fire.
Yep. Page of Wands, passion, fire. That's tomorrow's card. So maybe they're
and waiting for something to happen.
So maybe we're waiting to hear back from that offer that we put in.
Right.
That we are still utilizing our resources.
And our options
right. Yeah. One more card. Oh, well,
hopefully that's Vladimir Putin walking away from a situation that has disappointed him, but...
Right, hopefully that's him walking away from a situation, but I mean, I don't want that to be him walking away from this Three of Cups situation that we're trying to get to, right? I don't want him to walk away from that. I hope he doesn't choose to walk away from this offer.
Yeah.
But it sure does look like it might be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep that option open tomorrow to hear back from Vladimir Putin.
We remain ready, we remain empowered, and we wait for somebody to back down, I think is what happens.
Right. Yep. I'm leaving that right there. I'm going to leave that right there, and I'm going to think about that. Y'all think about that, and I invite you, if you've been doing some reads for yourself, you know, and you're talking about the same topic, put them in the comments or send us a message, and we can collaborate.
Yes.
All right, so we will check in the next day or two and see how everything's going, and compare and contrast the cards, and do another read for this Ukraine-Russia conflict.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Thanks.